Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome back to the Gyms of War Guild Wars Week 40, Day 6. It is a red day, and today we're just going to be throwing the dragons back down again. One slightly different thing though is we might be going back to bracket 1. We are very close. I have no clue how many more battles they have. But yeah, we are in the top 2 right now. Could possibly go into top 1 though, as long as we make either first or second. We do finally go back to bracket 1. It has been about, how long has it been? Gosh, it's been since last year, I think, since we've been in bracket 1. So I think this will be the first time this year that I'll actually be back in bracket 1. So yeah. Oh, where am I going? Wrong location. Back to Guild Wars and back into the attack. And let's get into our wins then. Ideally wins. Oh yeah. Gosh, we got to deal with the... do I go the 4 times... Okay, I was going to go 4 times Red Dragon. I might need to go to the Loop team. I hate how annoying those things are. I keep forgetting. Everyone runs 4 Dwarves these days. This team is a little bit bad against 4 Dwarves if it doesn't get a good start. But as long as we can get that Dawnbringer going, we should be fine. So you know what? We are going to go for it. Let's just go all in and hope we can get that in time. As long as we get the Dragon Soul quickly, we should be fine. The biggest issue is what if Dawnbringer doesn't get to cast? Okay, we got the Dragon Guard. We'll get all of our extra stats. Let me lower that volume some. I have no clue what my volume never likes to keep opening lately. Let me go open up the volume mixer. Adjust system volume. I have to keep going under the little Windows menu. Doesn't let me do it manually for whatever reason. 1 second. Pretty sure it's not even coming down that loud on your guys' ends, but for whatever reason, it is on my ends. Why is it not opening? There it is. Good. And move that down. Oops, that's a little bit too low. And that should be good. Okay. So, where were we? Purple to purple. Or purple to red. Or take anything that we need. So we'll go take that. Take both the purple and the blue. Get us to full mana. And should be good for this battle. He does have Apothecary. Not much I could do about it initially. So we got all that down. Get our Dragon Soul. Come on, mana. Yeah. We got our Dawnbringer. He shouldn't have alignment. Do we have a drop for that? I don't believe so. We'll just let him do his thing. We'll throw down the Dawnbringer, get ourselves some shields. So whatever it does, it's just going to do a lot less, since it's just going to hit on a shield. That I'm going to let him have. Ideally, I kind of want a red. Never mind, I guess I don't give it to him then. This is the only way I can take a red. So we'll take that over. That gives us full mana. He'll hit that, but half of it gets stopped by a barrier. So less damage for him. No extra turn, but we can just throw this down, and pretty much good to go from here. Throw that down, a lot of damage. And another Dawnbringer, make sure we stay protected. He hits a barrier, or she hits a barrier, so it doesn't really do much. And 1 HP. So we'll just go for the Dragon Soul, and down it goes. If we could just do that 4 more times, we'll be good to go. And we probably will have to, because I can almost guarantee every single person is going to be running all Dwarves. I'm surprised no one has switched into Queen Titania yet, though. A Carnex, that's a bit of an odd first slot. Though if he gets too many skulls, I guess that could hurt. Also, hello everyone. Hello Steve. Hello Aaron. Hello Adam. Hello Marcelo. Hello Derek. Hello Candy. Hello War. Hello Joa. Welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. And if you guys have any questions, team builds you want me to mess around with, or anything of the such, feel free to leave them in chat, and we'll definitely make sure to go over them. Also, after the Guild Wars, we will go over the new troop, though it is pretty trivial. But we'll still go over it, as we always do. Do I take the skull, or do I just go straight into Dragon Soul? I think I just skip over the skull. I don't really need to hit him. And there we go, perfect. Guess we just throw Dragon Soul. I don't really need the his cast at the moment. It won't really help us because we don't have enough purple on the board. He's mainly just there for the Impervious last slot and for the attack reduction. And because he does do AoE, like right now we could technically throw him down, but I'm not going to. We'll go for all of our mana. He gets a free poke. Most of it gets barriered. He just hits on something that has barrier, so he doesn't even get to hit. Very nice. So we just throw Dawnbringer into anything, and that's match. And there we go, we even extra turned it. So let's throw the Dragon Soul. That's going to yield us more mana, most likely, than the Element Grim. So we'll just do that, and that gets us a slightly better score. If we can keep it up at that rate, we might actually score over 9,400. So that'll be helpful. You should change hero class to start Dawnbringer with 50% mana. That is pretty useful. But I can't with this team. It's running full dragons. If it was a different team, that would be good to do. But on this particular team, I don't think we have to. If we just take a few extra turns, we'll get enough HP that will definitely survive a one-shot from Lady Ironbeard. Also, for whatever reason, a lot of these people that we're up against right now are not running a one-shot version of the team, where it runs like a penguin or something else. So we're kind of safe from being able to, or from being instantly killed. We should have enough durability that it doesn't actually have the ability to do that. So if we go check them real quick, actually probably should have done that before the battle even started. That's 120. 120 on both of them is not enough to one-shot anything on my team. So I am actually safe to let them hit me once. It will cost us some of our score, but we still live, and that's the main thing that matters. So I'm going to let him take that skull. I'd rather take mana here. The only slight issue with that is there is not good mana for us to take. I guess we'll take a blue and maybe try for an extra turn chance up there. We could take this, get yellow and brown. I guess we have the blue and purple chance, so I will go for that. We missed it all, but we do have a purple and a red to take here. I think the red's actually better, even though we get slightly less mana. It's more of a... It goes into the World Breaker, which we need his mana much more than Element Grimm's right about now. So he's going to get that off, and as I mentioned, he's not within one-shot range, so that will not actually kill us. It'll do a lot of damage. Actually, it can kill one thing. It can kill our Dragon Soul, but he is not smart enough to aim at it, apparently. So we'll go for that, get our World Breaker. He just hits at our hero, which is, of course, our barrier. So it's a little bit unfortunate that he did go for that, but as long as he doesn't Wisp it, Wisp will be able to kill it because of the barrier removal that it has. Speaking about barrier removal, let's go and use that so we protect ourselves from the poke. And now it does nothing. Throw that, and there we go, and that's match. Doesn't even matter what we throw. I guess we go World Breaker for the higher mana generation. And down it goes. But yeah, we did take the one poke, but it wasn't within kill range. Let's see, is this one using a penguin version? Nope, none of them are. But hey, there we are, finally. I've been wondering when someone would finally throw a Queen Titania version. Queen Titania can hit, oh gosh, what even is her amount of damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24... 28 is 52, right? Yes, 52. She hits 52 full AoE, and that's if she has 0 Fairy Fires on us. If she has Fairy Fire, she 2-shots our entire team. That is a lot of damage. So hopefully we'll get Dawnbringer up to be able to counter that out. That's the only way I really have to counter it. It's really just on who gets up first. Ooh, that's a bit bad. Because he has an extra turn just sitting there. He has a really good starting board. And he gets to deny out a purple, which makes it harder for us to Dragon Soul. So I'm going to try for a Cascade here. Probably going to be giving him more mana than I'm even taking away, but... yeah, that's going to help him quite a bit. But I am going for it. So we'll do that. He does go for the Mercy and gets pretty good value there. Not much I could have done to that starting board. Could have Astral Spirited, but we don't have that for this day. Actually, I don't think there's any quick removal that we could have actually done there. Well, that goes down. Oh, actually, there was one. No, never mind. I was going to say Spirit Fox. That also doesn't work on this color day. So there goes Queen Titania. Wow, that's going to be a lot of damage. And I don't have anything for it yet. Yeah, I'm surprised Queen Titania really doesn't get used more. She's really amazing on red defense. So she gets the one really big hit down. As long as we can get going before he... oh! Okay, that's bad. I needed that mana. As long as we can get going before he does that again, we should be fine. Problem is, I don't think that's actually going to happen. Looks like we might yield a lose here. Okay, so we'll go for a red into another red, or into the purple. So we need to find something here. He's getting his World Breaker up, which is going to be really bad. If he gets that up, we pretty much just auto-lose from there. We can take a green to a brown. That doesn't really cascade us anything. It'll give him a Skull Distract, which at this point, I guess we kind of have to give him. So we'll do that. He'll take a Skull. That gives us the last bit of mana that we need. He'll take a purple, which will give him Hellcat the following turn, and then I'll clear the board, which will actually help him, but I need the damage and mana generation. Like right now, his Hellcat will do almost nothing if it casts. But if I clear the board, he might have something to do. But I don't really have a choice, so I do have to go for that. Oh, we didn't get full mana, nor did we get a Cascade. At least he did miss, though, so that's pretty good. Do we have any good Cascade in all of this mess? We better. Well, we could try this green into a red, but if it fails, we lose. I could take it the safer way and take it up. We won't get the brown, but we can take a red there into a red extra turn chance there. And if we get that extra turn, we do have a good chance of winning. Okay, we didn't get it, but we still get the cascaded red mana from it. So we get Dawnbringer here. I'm going to take it to blue first, because if I take it the other way around, the extra red won't go into it. Plus, we have a surge chance, so we get a lot more mana doing it that way. And we even surged it as well. So right here, I guess we Dawnbringer. So we protect ourselves some with that. We do lose the one barrier because he's burned. I'll go take the brown. We have Element Grimm. I don't think that's really worth casting on this board, so we'll probably just World Breaker it. I have a Skull Poke too. That's actually not horrible to take right about now, but I do want to just go for the AoE, just to make sure that we have a way to kill him out. Oh, okay. It just got a poke out of nowhere. Well, that's def. I can't really come back, or I can't really do anything about that. And don't you dare win off of one Queen Titania right there. What even? Okay. Well then, that happened. All we need is one skull. Well then. If she gets full mana, I think we die. Is that enough damage? That's 2 of them, that's 8, that's... No, we survive with 1 HP. Okay, we're fine. And we can't be Fairy Fired either. So we can survive 2 pokes. And all we have to do is poke her once. So we should be safe. Ideally, we don't want her to poke us at all, of course, but... this board's gonna shuffle and be really bad, isn't it? Where's even the move? We have the green, so I have to give it a skull, don't I? That is the only possible move. And then it will give me a purple, which will be the final blow as long as it doesn't kill us by then. I guess that is the game plan. Unless it somehow gets a random red. Oh, if it cascades a red, I actually lose. Oh, no, it can't, because I'm going to be lowering it right there. Okay, I think we're safe then. So we do that. It'll take the skull, obviously. And that gives us a purple. We then take that purple, we cast it, and then we win. Barely. So very barely. But we do indeed win, unless he or she somehow finds a way to kill us right there. It would have to be a skull right there and there, or some kind of other weird move. So yeah, we take that. Okay, that scared me for a second with that cascade and seeing all those skulls, but that is indeed match. Well then, yeah, Queen Titania hits really huge on Red Day. Surprised she's not been replacing out the full Dwarf team. I'm using her on my Yellow Day, if I'm not mistaken, because I know Yellow Day uses quite a bit of it. Let's see, where did I use it? Yeah, or I mean on Purple Day, because I was using it with the Gorgolfa and Furnace and all that combo. Yeah, so far the best 2 teams that we had this week was of course this one. This one's always going to be the best. And the other one was the Gorgolfa and Furnace Queen Titania Mercy on a Purple Day. That could probably work on Red Day too. That was very similar to what he was actually using for that battle. But anyways, let's go into our final battle here. And yeah, we're actually winning. And we're almost in number 1. As long as we keep the top 2 though. Let's see, how many attacks do we even have right now? Oh, this is basically our final battles. No wonder why we're so high right now. That would explain it. There's still 1 person that needs to do their battles. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, so let's go throw this down against goblins apparently. That could be a little bad. They can go a little crazy if they start getting their loop. But we should be fine. As long as we get our purple and reds that we need. Get it going, go from there. Oh yeah, speaking about never getting Queen Titania, don't forget if anyone still wants Magnus, you have about 4 more hours to easily obtain him. He's also not going to be in the drop pool for about another month. So if you don't get him now, you probably won't be able to get him for about a month or so. You'll still be able to get him in the, what's it called? The Soul Forge. But when he will come through the Soul Forge is questionable. We have no clue when that could happen. So, yeah, it's going to be about a month before you can get him if you don't get him in the next few hours. So if you still want a copy, definitely make sure to get one. So we don't have any reason to go throw that down. Go throw the Dragon Soul, get all of our mana that we need. And, oh, he's just got so much green. Luckily, green doesn't get him looping. It just does some damage. That is what gets him looping, though. So we'll take that down. Double check the board. I think we throw barriers just in case. So let me throw that down first in case he wants to go crazy. Oh, never mind. That was enough to kill. Oh, that works out perfectly then. Let's go move that over. Do I keep taking extra turns? I don't think I need it. Oh, I guess I'll take it. Just less attack for them. And we'll throw that down, and 1 more poke will take it, and perfect. If only our previous battle could have gone that good. That's how they're all supposed to go. Yeah, that was a really shaky second to last battle that probably hurt our score by at least 200, if not more. We lost 3 troops and almost a 4th. And yeah, that one hurt us a lot. We only got 9,192. That was such a clean 9,400 if it wasn't for that second to last battle. But oh well, that's still okay. And it's still a 5-0. So sweet. And that brings us, yeah. We should be able to get back to bracket 1 finally. We will not be able to make first, though. It doesn't matter if we make first in this. I believe the results are exactly the same for your reward. There isn't any difference in this bracket if you make first or second. They both give the exact same reward, yeah. First and second both go back to bracket 1 and both get this exact reward, 24 copies. Actually, never mind. I didn't even realize that. Every single ranking except for 20 in this bracket gives the exact same reward. It's only when you move up to bracket 1 does it start to kind of give different one within your bracket. Wow, I always thought bracket 2 was broken down a little bit further than that. Apparently not. No, everything from 11, or actually everything from 10 all the way down to 19 gives the exact same reward. The only thing that gets better is if you get first or second, because then you move back to bracket 1. And then if you get at least 7th place, I believe it is, yeah, then you start getting a better reward from it. And that is the goal. Not sure if we'll actually reach that next week, though. Oh yeah, let me go over to the new troop. It's going to be pretty quick, though. We'll be going over tomorrow, too, with all the event stuff. But it's a pretty trivial troop. Let me go bring it up real quick in the thing. Let me go to the forum, bring that up. And there it is. Let me click on it. And let me go get the window that brings all of it up. Is that the right one? Oops, that's the video capture. That is not what I need to bring up. That would be my head. A large version of my head. There we go. Actually, it doesn't show on the screen. There we go. And that one. Right there. Okay, so this little guy. I do like they're adding more single cast troops. That is for sure. This is yet another, of course, single cast troop. It's a pretty useless one, but it is indeed more, so I like that they're going more into that direction. It is from the kingdom that mainly is focused on that, though. Surprised they didn't add even more to this kingdom, but nonetheless, this is another one from Drifting Sands. He has the huge life and armor gain, though he can only be cast once, and yeah, that's about it. He doesn't really do anything for your team other than him just gaining a lot of life and a lot of armor. Is there a single instance where you would ever use this? No. Not even an early game. There's basically Arena. Arena, and that's it. If you needed a good frontline tank in Arena, that is as far as this thing goes. Even the Rock, which is a 15 mana cost common that's from the same kingdom? I believe it's from the same kingdom, is even better than this thing. So I'm not quite sure exactly what they're going for with this. It doesn't even have stone skin, for whatever reason. If you look all the way over here, it has monster shield, it has regeneration, and it has armored. Not even stone skin or anything. So yeah, it's pretty useless. If it had stone skin, I would say, oh, okay, it might be okay, because you can at least use it for a really heavy tank. But nope, can't even do that. So yeah, just ignore this guy. He's red-yellow, so you'd get this to go get up your Valkyrie and a bunch of other stuff. Was I saying brown-yellow earlier? I think I was saying brown-yellow because of the, it's from that kingdom, the brown-yellow kingdom. But no, it's actually a red-yellow for tomorrow. Red-yellow, I don't think there's anything too huge that really uses red-yellow. Let's see, Garuda, Valkyrie, King Salinas, if you want to go down that route with any of the kind of quick burn teams or a quick wild folk team. But yeah, there aren't too many things under red-yellow that you'd really need that for. But anyways, that is a new guy. Not really one that you need to get a lot of copies of. Also, event keys you can pretty much ignore unless you want a great maul. What's his name will also be in the drop pool too, but he's not really worth going for how many keys it would end up requiring. Where's the video capture? I mean, the window capture. There it is. Okay. But yeah, that's the new little guy. I believe we are getting a new kingdom this Friday, though, according to all spoiler threads and everything. So that will be the main event next week. But as far as the new troop itself, yeah, it's kind of pretty lackluster. That is for sure. It is definitely very underwhelming this time around. But it happens sometimes. They can't make everything amazingly good. Let's move this over. And there we go. Yep, that's the new guy. Under red-yellow, let me just double check on that. What is everything that we need to get up with red-yellow? Oops, wrong coloration. So things that are good to trait under red-yellow. We have... I forget if Guard's avatar uses it, but he is. Garnock is. Garuda is. Goblin Rocket is, though you really only need his first trait, which doesn't require any red-yellows. And Furnace, if he uses it. I guess Jotnor if you have it and if he uses it. King Salinas, definitely a good one. Moloch, very situational, but good to traits. World Breaker, if it uses it. I forget if it does. Valkyrie for sure. And I forget if Voice of Orpheus does, but yet again, if it does, that would also be a good one. So yeah, not too many. Basically, all the Legend Pluses that are red-yellow are worth it. And then the only ones that are also worth it are Valkyrie, and that's it. Never mind, it's only Valkyrie. Everything that's not a Legend Plus out of red-yellow. The only thing below it that's worth going for is Valkyrie, because of the Warder Link, plus Mana Shield. Mana Shield's also going to have immune to Mana Drain next patch, which is going to be insanely powerful on the Valkyrie. But only the last trait requires red-yellow trait stones. I know, another new kingdom so soon? Yes, supposedly this Friday we're getting a new kingdom. I know, it feels like just yesterday we got another one. Actually, it was 2.5 weeks ago we ended up getting one. Aside from the one time that they released 2 kingdoms at once, it will be the quickest kingdom to have ever come out after a kingdom has already come out. Also, the event week will not be following it immediately as it currently stands. The main reason for this is they're going to be releasing some kind of troop related to the new mechanics that are coming in next patch and the new mini games. So they can't do the event immediately after because that content probably wouldn't be in the game until later. But yeah, next patch is right around the corner. We don't know exactly when, but of course it is definitely sometime this month. Okay, so we just have to poke them and that's match. Also, why am I still using my red Guild War team? Still using it as if it's like Guild War right now. Nope, we could be using anything right now. Well, there we go. Too bad every Guild War battle doesn't win like that. Let me go into dungeons real quick before I forget. It is Diamond Day, so definitely need to make sure we get those in. I don't really do dungeons much on my other account these days, but I do try still getting in Diamond Day, just because of how valuable it is. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my Explorer team. And let's just go throw them down a few times. Okay, throw the Firebomb down. Get everything else rolling from there. You have 1 Magnus. Should you try to go for another? I don't think it's worth going for multiple Magnuses. I only did because I wanted to mess around with it. But no, most teams realistically don't need more than 1 Magnus. He's fun to have multiple of, but no, if you have 1, I would pretty much just stop there. I don't think it was worth the extra, like, 2,000 diamonds that I threw just to get 2 more copies of him. It's a bit of a waste. There's really only one situation at the moment that you really use 2 of them, and that is Green Seer, Giant Spider, and 2 of them behind it. And that's about it. There's a few other kind of small combos like that too, but no, for the most part, you'd only ever need 1. I will throw the Firebomb down, get that rolling. Need to get the last little bit of our mana. Actually, before it kills us out, let me go and get that thing revived so we get our armor right back so he doesn't hit any HP value. Skull, I can pretty much just ignore, go right into a Rowan, and that should be enough damage. No, almost though. Oh, I should have taken that skull. If I'd taken that skull earlier, that actually would have been enough right there to kill it out. Oh well. Wow. Where's our last little bit of mana? I guess we'll try taking off a Cascade. We didn't get it though, and he denies us. So let's take the Skull Poke. That gives us the last bit of mana, and down it goes. Hello, this Fan D side. I have no clue how to say that. But welcome, glad you could finally catch the stream. Glad you could join us. But yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know and we'll definitely make sure to do so. And right after this, we'll just go mess around in PvP. Yeah, the new troop coming in tomorrow is pretty useless. Don't really bother with it. Don't bother with event key. Save it all for the new kingdom and save it all for the following event weeks. There's also some new event troops coming out in the near future that are going to be important for the new minigame that's coming out. So definitely a really good idea to make sure you keep all of your resources at this point. So don't really bother throwing them for event keys for at least another week or 2. Because this following week is going to be just a useless Drifting Sands. And the week after that, I believe, is also useless. Because it's not going to be followed by Shutang. It's going to be followed by Leonis Empire the following week. Oh, it does have a legend, though. What does this new legend do that's coming out? Not tomorrow, but the following week. Transforms red gems to skulls and green gems to yellow. Oh, it's another one of those kind of troops. Cleanses all allies. Interesting. And enchant 2 random allies. Interesting. So it's a skull spammer that has mana generation and cleanse. That could be useful. And it all divines start with half mana. Oh, that is very useful. Oh, interesting. Half mana Valkyrie, half mana. What else is under divine? Half mana Guard's Avatar, half mana. Actually, there's a lot of mythics these days that are also divine. Oh, she could have quite a bit of potential then. She's a mana generator that starts everything with half, or all divines with half. I don't think it'll be used with Mercy though. But then again, it has a green to yellow convert. So that might actually be good with Mercy, even though the 50% bonus starting mana does nothing to Mercy since it already starts with full. You could Mercy once, get it to full mana, generate into 2 other divines, and then use those 2 divines to wipe out the enemy team, even if it's just like 2 Guards Avatar or a... Oh wait, isn't Garuda also? Oh, I didn't think about that. Not Garuda. What's his name? Worldbreaker. I believe Worldbreaker is divine. So you could start him with 16 mana. Gosh, that would be a lot of mana. and then go right into a convert. You convert into Mercy, then you convert into the new troop, and oh, okay, that's going to be kind of cool. And then you just get all your hits off. Yeah, she has a lot of potential. So I guess not next week, but the following week would be a good event key week. And then the week after that is also a good event key week. They keep giving too many good troops. Actually, maybe they do need to do more of the current event where it's kind of useless stuff. Because it'll make it so we can actually keep saving our resources and don't need to spend them all. But there we go, go grab that, and down it goes. Yeah, bad event weeks aren't necessarily bad. That just means you get to keep your resources for longer. Because you don't need to waste them on something. Near half the mythic troops are divines. Yeah, I know. Like half of them are mythic. Half of them are divine. The other half are daemon, pretty much. But yeah, if that troop's gonna be pretty insane. It can create yellow out of greens, and you can use it with any divine. So actually, let me not do that. Let me go under this category. What are the really huge divines then? I know Elamagrim. I mean not Elamagrim. I know Guard's Avatar. I know Worldbreaker. Divine. Let me see. So off of these, oh, you could even synergize it with Forest Guardian. That'd be pretty funny. I don't think that would work though. So you can do it with Oriali. You can do it with Guard's Avatar. You can do it with Oh, you can even do it with Infernus. Oh gosh. Jotnar I don't really think it would work with because it's Skull Spam related team. You could do it with Ketris. You can do it with Mercy, though the half mana kind of gets wasted, but you still get yellow, which is important. Oh, you can even do it. Oh, that's interesting. You could do it with Ferris Ra. I didn't think about that one. I keep forgetting that he's even divine. I always think he's Daemon because I think like Daemon undead, but no, he's actually divine undead. Queen Aurora. That could be interesting because you get the extra starting mana too. Skady, I don't think that's too important. Stonehammer's useless. Half mana on Valkyrie could be useful. And you can get half mana on Voice of Orpheus, and since it creates yellows, you would get... That would be so much cleanse. If you had a Mercy, Voice of Orpheus, this other troop, and one other troop, you would have 3 troops at minimum that have really easy capability of cleansing, plus a bunch of things that create yellow, which will just lead into even more cleanse. That would definitely be extremely anti any stats effect, though that might be a little bit overkill having 3 cleanses, but it would be possible in a pretty nice synergy. But yeah, I believe the biggest things it would be used with are Guard's Avatar, Infernus, and Ketris. Those are probably the main 3. Maybe Ferris Ra too. You never know. Biggest issue with that is it would be hard to put a Valkyrie into that team. Well, I guess not too hard since it starts with half mana, but it could be a little clunky. But anyways, that's not until the following week. That's not actually tomorrow's troop. We still have a while before it comes in. Also, it's going to be an event key drop pool, so we'll have to go and waste a bunch of keys to try to get it later. While we still can, let's go get a little bit more glory off of Shadow. Pretty sure next week's event will not be glory related. Based on the kingdom, I would assume it would be gold next week, but it could be anything. Probably gold for using the crab. If it is use the crab next week for gold, I wouldn't even bother for the most part, unless you are allowed to use it in Explore. Because if it's only in PvP, it's such a slow troop that you might as well just use a normal team. You'd farm gold much quicker. Unless it's 2 times straight stones, in which case I guess then it would be okay. Well, we'll see what it is. We'll find out. They never say it on the spoiler thread, or not the spoiler thread, but the, well, they don't say it there either. But they never say it on the little posts that they do every single Sunday night, like right now, that we were just showing earlier. They never show what the event stuff will be. They always just wait until it actually occurs. Okay, he's going to get Scion there, not a single thing I could have done against that. What do we even take here? I guess we go for greens, goes for reds. Not the greatest thing to use against Scion Famine, that is for sure. We'll go get that up. He might get a Devour there. We'll go throw that down and get some mana. Get a poke too, but he ends up getting a bunch of purple. And he gets a Devour. Though he did get a Revive, though that Revive's kind of more in the way than it's even helping. So, not necessarily a good thing. We'll go take the yellow there. Keep pinching up its mana. It has that now, and there's not a single thing we could do in retaliation. So, yeah. I guess we just take another green. Would have been great if we could have gotten an extra turn there, but oh well. Come on, Roarbreaker. You're almost there. You got this. There we go. And now can we get this combo going? Throw that down. I might just have to pick it. Oh, there we go. The skull pick it off for us. I was going to say, I might have to go cast that to go pick it off just to make it less annoying. We'll go move that. This gives us alignment finally. And he ruined it. And he ruined it. Okay. Scratch that plan. I need to go kill Amnesia before it summons. Good to hit the thing that has immune to Devour, though it didn't actually trigger it regardless. We'll throw this down. Hopefully get full mana on him. There we go. Perfect. Oh, he gets Amnesia though. Maybe he won't go for it. Oh, he didn't go for it, but he went for famine, which is even worse. And I think we just lost, actually. I did this to go farm some glory, and now we're just losing. Yeah, I never really cared for her in any of the teams. She never really worked out. I'd almost rather just use a hobgoblin. It's a lot more consistent, and there's more things you can do with it. Okay, yeah, we definitely lost here. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll have a slight chance. Let's go try getting all the way to full mana. We'd have to do that without getting another poke, though, on us, which is not that likely. Let's see, we'll take those greens. Oh, could I have taken the red first? I think I could have. We'll go take the other green. I'll move that over. Thank you for the reds. Okay, we still have a chance. Throw that down. Nice extra turn. Finally, you get some pick off. Nice. Move that over. Almost full mana. I have to go take this skull so we don't die. He denies my mana. I have to take that for the same reason. Ooh, we actually have alignment. Nice. And we somehow came through. There we go. And down it goes. Yeah, we're still getting the extra 5 glory for the next 3 hours or so. Yeah, half mana and furnace is going to be insane when that troop comes out the following week. There's actually a lot of really, really strong troops coming in. They're starting to do a really weird power creep in this game, where things are starting to become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if they rebalance all the older stuff. But the biggest issue is they haven't really been rebalancing out much of the older stuff. They probably will eventually, but there's a lot of old content. Like, the first 200 troops that came into the game, only about, I want to say 5% of them, maybe 10%, are even really used these days. Like, for example, out of my entire team right now, only Gorgolfa is part of the original 100. Actually, there was slightly less than 100 when the game first started. But, yeah, he's the only thing from our entire team that's even related to that. And there's very few of them really out there. Like, his entire team, all of this content has come in the last year or two. None of it was anything original. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I believe Ragnagord came in on year 2 Christmas. Or did he come in year 1 Christmas? Actually, you know what? He might have came in the very first year. He wasn't that viable back then, though, because he didn't have the fast trait. But then he became really viable once he got that, when traits first came out. Okay, well, we'll go throw that down. And is that enough damage? No, it is not. So do I even bother throwing it? Probably not. I guess we just move that over. He'll take a skull distract. We'll go for that. He'll do whatever. As long as he doesn't get famine, should be okay. We still don't have enough damage to clear out anything, so we'll go for a world breaker here. Hopefully he doesn't get a famine. Oh, he got a famine. And he killed out my damage source. Rip. Okay, that's not working out. We might just have to go use a real team. We're gonna have to switch into a real team, not a glory farm. Go move that down. Yeah, this is pretty unwinnable. I might as well not even try at this point. If he kills World Breaker, we don't really have much need to go and play it out. Let's go for World Burn, I guess. Go for the actual World Breaker team, the World Breaker Glitter Claw. It's basically the same team, except it actually works. Because of the Florian makes it work. Okay. Well, let's go and smooth the purple over. What else do we have? We get to go try for a brown. We could get it into a red and maybe be able to get it. So we'll go move that. Don't get it. Let's see. We could try to red into a brown and might be able to get off the cascade. He's gonna get a poke on us. As long as he doesn't hit World Breaker, we're fine. And he doesn't. Okay. So we'll go into that to full mana. And now we can finally get it rolling. So we get everything up, or at least part of it up. Do we have any alignments? That's the first check. Doesn't look like it. Now we do. Throw that down. And now we just keep casting World Breaker until we win. And if he takes any mana, we can simply go and drain it out at this point. So he takes some mana, takes some more mana, hopefully gets distracted. Good. Now we can go drain it. Get that out. Oh, we missed. Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't have a follow-up either because we don't have the alignment. So we'll just go get the Gorgolfa. Go convert out again. Another one of the colors we kind of need. And let's see. We don't have the drained up. Surprisingly, we'll just have to go for another World Breaker. And now we should be able to get the drain. No extra turn, but we still have the drain. Nothing we actually needed on now that he has gotten rid of all of his manas though. So we can just do that into the surge, get our last little bit of mana. Oh, it didn't surge, but we can go and throw it into Gorgolfa. Drain if we need. And there we go. And down it goes. What would you add to a Knight Coronet 2x Valkyrie team? In the let's see. I actually used to run that a while back. Let me double check. Or not as a serious team, but as like an early game team. This was back before Rock Spirit existed. These days with Rock Spirit, you pretty much just go with that instead. But Night Coronet, Valkyrie, and I believe I used Soothsayer just for the quick control of the board. I'm pretty sure it was fully traded Soothsayer. It also makes it so your Valkyrie gains more souls, which is useful. And you just run it in, yeah, pretty much just like that. And banner-wise, what is the minus purple banner? Brown and blue, that one we don't really need. It would give us really quick Soothsayer, but it doesn't really help us much. I don't believe either of the two purple minus purples help us here. Wait, where's the other minus purple? I know there was another one. Where is it? I know you're around here. There it is. The +2 brown, +1 red. Why must both the minus purples have +2 brown? Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so yeah, there's no need to do that then. I guess we'll just go into a standard red something. Even red-yellow would be okay, I guess. So I guess we'll go to standard red-yellow. We could use a, well, we don't really need purple. We mainly just use the Soothsayer initially just to get the single poke and then go from there. We do get less options as the Night Coronets keep going. But it normally doesn't matter too much for the Soothsayer. It's just there to get us going quickly. And then we just spam Night Coronets and win out that way. Yeah, this was a really, really old team. Let me do it on the second slot there. Oh, wrong team! Whoops. I went right into it and didn't actually switch the thing. I just assumed it would already be on the suggested team slot. I always do that. When I go and switch it in... Because what happens is, if you switch it in PvP, if you go and switch your teams, it'll default it to the last team you were just switching to. In which case, it would be the one that we were just using. But if you do it in the normal troop menu, and then you switch into PvP, it doesn't switch to the team that you were just on. Which is what I thought it did. But yeah, you have to actually be in the PvP menu for it to switch over immediately. Otherwise, you need to manually switch it, which I didn't do. But we'll go do it right after this battle. Throw that down, go from there. But yeah, Soothsayer fully traded is definitely something really nice to go for early on. Not only does it help you gain more souls when you're using things like Valkyrie, but it also gives you really nice board control. And it's good to learn how to use the plus shape that he has. Because there's a lot of different troops that use that mechanic. Should we fight it against this? Probably a bad idea against that particular team. We'll go up against a mid-tier version of Goblins, since this is a early game team anyways. So that's not the strongest possible Goblin combo, but it's a one that you might see at a lower level range. Okay. So we'll mess with this. Always double check for the Soothsayers, and see if we can get anything really juicy then. So we have this over here. We can get it for a single pair, but that doesn't really help us too much. So I would want to go for a different one then. We don't actually need purple mana, so going for that one might not be too good. Yeah, so we'll just go try for the yellow here, I guess. So go for that one. Don't get it. But we can try for other additional pairs there for when we get it up again. So right now, we'll just go into the... Ooh, I want that yellow, but he gets too much purple out of it. There are so many purples on this board. We get rid of all of them in a moment, but we'll go move that over. There's an extra turn we can go take right there, but we don't get any particular value out of extra turning. Well, I guess we'll just do it. I don't really want to deny them out, but oh well. We'll try finding an area that has a lot of 2 pairs in it. That's normally the best places to go for them. So for example, right here, we have 2 of them right there. One for an extra turn chance and another one that's just a pair. Normally things like those are worth it. I'm mainly going for the extra turn because of course those manas we don't actually use, but it's worth going for. And just double check any of them that are from the horizontal path. And it doesn't really look like there's any, though I can go and skull distract him right here. So I'm going to deliberately do that in hopes that he'll just take the skull, and that's exactly what he does. And we'll just go for Night Coronet, get our damage down. Just keep repeating that until we can keep getting it all down. Get a Valkyrie here so we can actually get his mana back up. Double cast, go from there. Then use the Soothsayers to realign everything and keep it going. So now we have the loop kind of going. Well, it's not really a loop, but it can get the damage down now. So we throw that down. He's going to take a poke. And, oh, no wonder why he's doing full damage. I was wondering why he was doing so much. He has Human Slayer. I forgot about that. A normal standard Goblin has Human Slayer. So he does 2 times damage to our Night Coronet. So it's like we don't even have Stone Skin. Forgot about that. Fail. It was out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there's the big hit. We'll go and throw that down. Get our poke. I want to make sure we have enough damage to kill him. So we either need to have the boost ratio off of a purple or simply another Soothsayer cast to be able to kill that out. And is that enough? Yeah, there's exactly enough damage, so we'll know for when we go take that the following turn. So when we go move it right here, that's... Oh, that might not be enough damage now. Oh yeah, it is. There's still enough purple on the board. So we'll go move all that. Still another skull. Can we take that for an extra turn? No. There's really no way that we need to take it specifically, so we'll just go move that over. Now we can, though. Or no, we can't. Nope. We can take the brown still. But it doesn't double skull or anything, so we'll do that. He'll skull us back, and we'll double poke it. And that should be enough damage. It is 1 damage short, actually. So to cover that 1 damage short, I'm going to want to take a Soothsayer here. Just to cover that last little bit. Without taking any purple. Oh, he took the purple still. Nope. Okay, that's actually a little bad. Oh, and he got a buff, so now it's actually going to live too. Well, I guess we're just going to have to go for the Night Coronet cast and keep going from there then. But yeah, I wouldn't really bother with double Night Coronet anymore. It's pretty weak relative to Ranger Rock Spirit combo. It used to be used in the past, but that was way back when that combo didn't even exist. Nor did many of the other combos. Okay, we'll go and destroy that down. And that's pretty much dead. We'll go throw a Valkyrie and then get another Night Coronet into it. We will have to deal with that summon, but there's a skull, so that takes out a good portion of him. Need to get more blue on the board. It is almost completely void of blue right now. But we do have another Night Coronet, so we can just throw that down. Pretty much good to go in that. Get that down. Need one more little hit on it before he dies, if we can actually get it. So we'll go for that right there. And we are 1 mana short. We could easily do that off of Soothsayer, though. Don't really have too many good locations. I guess we'll do it here and try for the brown extra turn. We also have a red chance as well. And we did get the red chance. Didn't get the extra turn, though. So he just ends up dying out. And I think he's going to actually live now because of that. And at this point, we might as well just retreat because we are essentially just going to waste a lot of time now trying to do the last little poke that we need. Because we need to poke him several times. Let's see. Maybe we'll get enough board control that we can actually get it. We might be able to. We can go take this and try for... Oh, never mind. We could actually just take that. And I want to try taking the skull chance off the top of the board. Never mind. We already got it naturally, so we'll just take that. And we would have gotten it too. I was going to go throw a Soothsayer all the way at the top and try for a skull there. And that would have actually happened because we got it right there. But we ended up getting other stuff that allowed us to do it instead. But at this point, we might as well just retreat because he is going to win off of just summoning a bunch of goblins now. And there's really no way that we can have enough damage source at this point. So is there any last way that we could possibly get a skull? Not really. We could get 3 skull damage on him, or actually 2 skull damage. But that's not really going to do anything, nor do we have any kind of alignment that's going to give us an extra turn. Well, I guess we could try for something over here. This is worth a shot. Nope, we don't end up getting anything. He gets a summon. And at this point, with how many summons he's just going to keep doing, might as well just retreat. And yeah, we're not going to have enough damage to do it this late in the game. But yeah, the main thing I would suggest running in early game is always the Ranger into Rock Spirits. There really isn't anything much better than it. Rock. Rock, 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 deep bore. Wrong order. Put it in that order. And banner. There's actually several banners that we can do with this, depending on what you want to focus first. I believe in this case, we're just going to go for some brown-purple to get the Rock Spirits up quickly. Actually, you know what? I kind of want a +1 for our Ranger. I guess we'll go a yellow-brown. So the brown-yellow banner, where are you? Drifting Sands, where are you? Right there. Okay, so we'll go throw that banner down. And Rock Spirit, Deep Bore, Ranger, Rock Spirit. And let me go find something mid-range for that. That's not mid-range enough. That's too strong. There we go, another Goblin team. Oh no, I'm doing a Warlord 4 difficulty. Wait, I need to go undo that. Wait. That is definitely a no. Try 2. Let's try it again. Not that one. Let's see what this Goblin team is. Okay, that will work. That's using a cheaper version, so that works out perfectly. Yeah, something like this works a lot better. It uses the same rarities too. It uses a rare, which was the Valkyrie in the previous battle. It uses another rare, which was the Soothsayer in the other battle. And it uses 2 ultra rares, which were the 2 Night Coronets from the other battle. So it uses all the same rarity, just different troops. Okay, right off the bat, we kind of want to be getting Deep Borer mana. Unfortunately, we didn't really get a board that allows us to get Deep Borer mana easily. He has a Ranger there. So again, we have the same concept of a Soothsayer here, where we do that plus shape. Except this time we actually get damage for doing so. We just don't get it often empowered, but it does do a pretty hefty amount of damage, or at least early on in the game, it does a pretty hefty amount of damage. This late in the game, the 4 times boost ratio that both him and the ranger has is pretty small, but of course when you're at a lower level range, that is a lot more damage. So with our ranger, what's the biggest threat on his team right now? I guess we'll just kill out the goblin, because we can still skull poke him if we want to get the last little blow into him. So for example, we can go do that, and that will take him out a pretty decent amount. And now we can just throw this onto a bunch of browns, or try for the mana generation. You know what, I'm actually going to try mana generating that. So we'll go for that, throw it all the way to the side. We get some mana, didn't really do too much though. And now we have double ranger to go throw down. We can kind of just go from there. We're already down to 0 attack because goblins. We also don't really have too many browns since he kind of cleared a good majority of it out. But we'll go take that purple. Don't actually need the mana at the moment, but so he doesn't get it. Move that down. We didn't get the skull, but he just pokes us. Really no point in us taking any skull for the rest of this battle. Unless we can extra turn off it, so I am going to try. And nope, we don't get the extra turn. He just pokes us again. Not too big a deal though. We have our ranger, so we can start targeting another one down. I guess we go for the what's his name? The goblin rocket. And we'll go throw another plus shape. We'll go just throw down a couple browns here, get the skull poke so he will go down from that damage. And we'll throw this all the way to the side again, probably the left side. Whatever column has less mana in it is generally the better one to go for. So we finally ended his turn, good for us. We'll go throw it all the way to the side, and we miss the mana generation. We can go throw this down, he actually doesn't go for it. And now we can just throw this into a bunch of damage now that we have a lot of browns on the board. Go and hit as many as we possibly can. Throw a ranger down. Actually, probably should have threw a ranger down first in that situation. We would have gotten 4 additional damage. I guess it doesn't make that big a difference. Earlier on in the game it does, because 4 damage is like a fifth of their HP sometimes. So we'll go throw all of that all the way to the side, and one single poke will take it out. And as match, yeah, that's pretty much the team in early game. It wins in like 3 to 4 turns though, much earlier in the game. This late in the game it's pretty weak just because the boost ratios don't really do as much. But it still works. It's just not really a team you'd be running this late. It's just one of those really budget teams that can get you through a good majority of the lower levels. Up until about level 200, you can pretty much get you through. Definitely the first 100 levels very easily. But yeah, it can go up to about 200 or so and still be decent. If anyone still has any other questions, team builds you want me to mess around with, anything of such, feel free to leave them in chat. I'll definitely make sure to go over them. Otherwise, we'll just be messing around with a couple different teams. And don't forget, if you did want the Magnus... Oh yeah, I didn't even do a Magnus team yet today. I guess we'll go do one. But don't forget, go get your Magnus if you still want him. You have like 3 hours left. Or not 3 hours. You have 5 hours left. Or whenever the event switches over, which is at 2 AM Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. Hello, William! Let's see. Let's see. I know, I keep saying pair instead of match. I say that so often. Actually, I say that every single possible time. I always just call them pairs instead of matches. Oh no, I'll need to go look up someone else who does match 3 content of a different game and see if they say pair or see if they say match. I'm kind of curious on that. But yeah, I always call them pairs, even if it's 3 or 4 or 5 or however many. Because the main reason why I call them pairs, I believe, is because you're moving 2 gems every single time. So even though the actual match isn't necessarily a pair, like what we're doing is moving this purple and this yellow. So that's a pair of gems that you're moving. So under that logic, it technically is a pair. But yes, this going into that is technically a match, not a pair, because it's more than 2. I'm aware of that. I just always call them pairs. Okay, we'll go and take the purple. And what else do we need? Oh, I was hoping his turn ended. We could have gotten free reds. What do we even need here? We need red or purple. We kind of took them all, so I guess we go tick into brown. Okay, it's going to be a bit of damage. Go take the greens. Nothing good there. We'll take the purple. No, that gives him extra turn. We'll take that one. And just throw this into a bunch of mana. Hey, he gives it to us. Perfect. So we'll take that. Take the brown. That gives us World Breaker. I mean, not World Breaker. That gives us Mountain Crusher. I always get Mountain Crusher right when I get another ability that's better than it. That happens almost every single time. And then I don't even need to use it because we could just use the better ability instead. I have that there for It's actually one of the reasons why I like using Gorgoltha there instead. I have been using this quite often though, but I don't know. I do prefer the tankiness. It's just every time that I switch it out, I feel like I could be getting so much more damage just by having our hero class there. And then I just end up switching it back. So I don't know which one I actually want to do. I always keep switching it back and forth between hero class, the dragon hero class with the Gorgoltha. And I never really decide on which one is better. Personally, I have been sticking more to the hero class though. While you may lose a little bit more often, when you win quicker. Most of the time. The problem is, I haven't actually tested it to see if, with the amount of loses that you do yield from this team, if it's actually worth the extra amount of time you win. It's kind of like in Guild Wars, if, is it worth doing a team that will consistently get 9,500, but it sometimes loses, compared to a team that always gets 9,200, but essentially never loses. It's kind of like one of those trade-offs. I'll go take that, move the red over. The World Breaker. I didn't even realize he's using Double Humility. Double Humility has seemed so much weaker as of recently, even though nothing has changed with it. I don't know why that is. Yeah, most Double Humilities don't really do much, except for Dracula's Double Humilities, but that's mainly because they just, if you don't catch it, and then you're using a team that's doing a lot of AoE, we'll just get like a random one-hit Draculus on you, which is obviously pretty bad, but if you notice it on the enemy team, you can easily adapt and then change accordingly. What am I looking for? I'm looking for stun, so I don't have to deal with his revives. You found a new brown Guild War team. It is high risk, high reward, but you can score well. It is the Honor, the Ocratrice, the Alchemist, and the Guard's Avatar. Oh no, I can't go with Honor Guard's Avatar in Guild Wars. It's tempting. It's really tempting. But, no, I can't use Guards. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There might be one time when I'll use Guards Avatar in Guild War Day. Oh, wait, never mind. I can't use it in Brown. But I could use it in, I believe, Yellow Guild War Day. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. I was going to use the new troop that's coming, not this Friday, but the following... I mean, not this Monday, but the following Monday. But then I forgot. It's a... it can only be used on Yellow Day with Guards Avatar. And you wouldn't want to do that because it also creates yellow mana. And if they use a Spirit Fox, it just auto-loses. But yeah, I don't think I could ever use Guards Avatar in Brown Guild War Day. I'm perfectly fine keeping my 9,200. Because once Guard gets hit, you still can get the Honor, but Honor misses a lot. Like, if we go throw this right now, almost guarantee miss right there. Okay, we got it that time. Of course, it's proving me wrong. But it does miss a lot. Let's see. I'm actually going to go for the Brown here. We'll get that. Get our Apothecary. And we do have alignment. And let's see. Can it prove me wrong? You just get an infinite loop right now? That'd be great. It might actually do it. That'd be really funny. Nope, it finally missed. That one was to be expected, though. That was a pretty bad board. We'll go move that. What else do we have to move? Is that an extra turn? I think it is. No, it's not. Yes, no. No, it's not. We'll just move that over. I had to move that anyway, so we'll go take that. See if we can get Apothecary. Actually, I should have probably kept those blues there, and I think I still had Apothecary alignment. Now I just wasted my blues. Is that enough damage? If this was Guild Wars, I'd be calculating it out, but yeah, I believe that is, and down it goes. Pretty much right as soon as we hit 200, I think it's always good to go, because that's 100 damage right there, and then whatever his base value is. So if he has 200 armor, that would end up being 110 full AoE damage, which more often than not is enough to team wipe, or is at least pretty close to doing so. It's normally right over 200 where he does it well. Just the long road of getting to that point. Well, we gotta get on green right there. We'll go get that denied. We'll get this on blue. We already got Guard's Avatar. But in this particular team, I like one-shotting Guard Avatar. Do we have alignment on not blue? I don't believe we do. I can get rid of blue, but then we don't really have a target afterwards. So right here, I guess we do it on red. Problem here, though, is we don't get any more Apothecaries. And that's enough damage. Down it goes. All 5-0 this week? Oh, nice. 56,665. Congratulations. Yeah, I think anything above 5,600 for pure 5-0 is pretty good. Because that would be, what would that be? 9,400 average? Actually, what would be that average then? Let me see. Divide that into 6. 5, 6, 6, 6, 5 divided by 6. Yeah, that would be a 9,444 average per day with that score. Okay, what do we even need to move here? He's gonna get a Spirit Fox. There's not a single thing I can do to deny that at the moment. I guess I can take a Brown and then see if he drains that one. Yeah, okay, he just randomly hits guard. Well then, I guess we go for Apothecary. See if it denies our mana. Yes, it does, but it needed it for itself, so I guess that's why. Skull Poke. Do I take it? Probably. So we'll go for that. He does not get another one, so we'll take it again. If we can get one more, that'd be great. Do we have +1 on blue on this team? I don't believe we do. The answer is yes, we do. Okay, so that works out perfectly. That's actually why we had the band. That's actually why we keep going for it, isn't it? Because we have the blue on it. I'm using the +2... I should be using +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 purple at the moment. It would be helpful if I actually double-checked what my banner is before battle. Well, with my older teams, I normally don't bother checking, because I normally know it off the top of my head, like you just saw right there. Even though I asked myself, I kind of already knew what it was. We'll go throw that down again. And that should be enough damage. I'm not going to bother calculating it out. And it is. Hello, Anthony! Actually, that was exactly enough. He did 111 damage. I believe that was exactly on the dot. Very nice. Hello, Anthony! Welcome! Yeah, Golden Cog is really amazing with Guard's Avatar, as well as Rowan. It doesn't have any mana conflict with Rowan, which could be good or bad, depending on the kind of team that you're using. What do we even move? Okay, we'll go take the blue here. Move that. See what it does. We'll go throw the Apothecary down. Probably on red here. Get down on blue. Actually, it's probably better for on green, but I need the blue for the to the leak into Corvash. We don't technically need to really cast Corvash, but it's nice to have Corvash in case we need it for just to drain him out if there's ever a situation where we need to do that. So we're gonna move that over. Throw this down on brown. I mean on blue, and one more will be enough to team wipe if he doesn't damage it, and he damages it right on the dot. Well, we'll go in and convert that out. Get our loop going back again. Oops, it's not full mana, is it? All this board. Okay, I was gonna say there better be somewhere to go throw it. Throw that down, and that's match. And he's dead. Oh, oops! I forgot to go stun them. We didn't hit enough extra turns. I just assumed at that point they were all stunned. Well, round 2. Let's go get him up one more time. Not gonna be that hard. And dead. There we go. Can you show a Golden Cog Rowan team for fun? Oh, sure. I haven't used one in ages. I don't even know what the best team would be for that these days. We'll go see what we can do with it. So we'll need Rowan, obviously. Golden Cog. I'm using a bit of a weird hero class, but I should be fine for it. Rowan. Let's see. Golden Cog. You would normally want to be using a hero class that gains half mana when using Golden Cog. I'm not going to switch it just for the one, though. We can Mercy into it, though that's a little bit overkill. I forget what I used to use this with. I believe I used it with Templar or something else. There's also a Yasmin's Chalice team, back when it was super overpowered, that I used to use it with, too. I am leaning towards it. Let's see. That or we could just go with Standard Exploder like a Ragnagord. That probably would work out best in this case. So go for the Ragnagord. Go into troops. And then we'll just go get the Templar. Oh, but then we have too much mana conflict with those. Let's say... Oh, we could go Azura. And then we're just missing nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got everything. So we'll just go with that. Get the Azura for the quick mana. Actually, might as well use it in front of it, because then that allows us to set it to a... Yeah, that gets rid of reds. But we'll still be able to get off the explosions. Actually, you know what? I will use Templar in first slot. So we'll leave that there. Get the blue-purple then. And to go from there. Where's blue-purple? Blue-purple! Right there. Okay, and that should be fine. Get the quick Templar, go into there and see what happens. Alright, let's go one huge Rowan. Of course, you might want to switch the Rowan location. Switch to 2 of them, depending on what you're up against. This team doesn't have anything that back hits, though. So we should be fine. We'll go move that over. We got Templar. Do we have Templar alignment, though? That is the question. Looks like a no. We'll go move that. Still a no. We do get 2 pairs, though, which would give Rowan the full mana. And it would also give us the armor buff. At this point, I guess that is good to go for. We'll just move that first, though. Now we do have our extra turn. Perfect. So we go with that, get that. That gives us a full Rowan to cast. And we can keep doing that when we want to do the Templar. We'll take this blue here so we can go get our mana generator. Oh, you know what? I should probably put Templar back one. I forgot. Every single time it casts, it's going to be blocking my my thing. So we don't want to keep doing that. Okay, we'll go move that. And Rowan into Explosion, Cog, Rowan, Templar if we have alignment, go from there. So we'll do that. Ideally full mana, but it doesn't. Throw the Templar, that'll be full mana for her. And... oh, no, actually it doesn't. Let's see if we can get our Cascade then. So we'll take the yellow into the blue. Didn't get full mana off that either. But all we have to do now is throw into full mana off of this move right here. He'll take a Skull Poke or whatever. And, oh no, he doesn't actually go for that. He doesn't have any kind of explosion though, so we could just go throw the Cog into it. And do we have Templar alignment? No, we do not. So we'll go through the Cog, see what he does. Now we do. And that should be match. Let's take that just in case it isn't for whatever reason. And throw that down. And down it goes. Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird team, but it does work. Should you use Frozen Banner? You're removing red anyway. Oh yeah, Frozen does have purple on it. Yeah, that would work. We still want to manually take the reds occasionally. But, yeah, we're probably going to get enough explosion that it won't matter. So let's try this. Might be a little bit annoying against the Scion, but we'll see what happens. Go take that. Basically forced to have to take that skull again. And if we just take one more, we're good. And now we don't have to worry about it anymore. And now we can just get our mana up as we normally would. There is not a good way of doing that. And I can't take that red now because we get such a reduction from it. I guess we just throw blank Rowan. Even that's still a pretty competent amount of damage. And then purple into full, he'll rag. That's actually pretty bad. He now has Famine, and he can cast it. And he does indeed cast it. So we'll throw that Skull Poke down. At this point, we're basically just winning off of just pure skulls. We got our Cog now, but it got damaged. I'd want to get a Templar first if we could. We don't have any cleanse for that either, in any way. So we'll take the blue. I have Dispel, but not cleanse. Oh, we lost our main damage source. Well, we've been doing most of this battle with just skulls. I guess we're going to have to finish the battle with just skulls, because we don't have another option. Also, yeah, now we don't have really any way of damaging him other than that, other than occasional casts off of her. And she's dead now, too. We're going to have to win with the golden Cog only. Oh, he didn't go for the kill. Well, we got some more armor then. Take that. Take the final blow. And now it's the battle of the death marks. Will we die to them? Is that a Skull Poke? No, it is not. Yeah, it's going to be off too much for it to work. I guess we'll go double its armor right there. We'll go do that. And yeah, that Cascade isn't really going to work out. I guess we could try for a purple or something. Does that actually align? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it misses. So we're not going to bother with that. Let's see, what else do we have to move around? Is there anything to move around? Not really. That gives him a Skull Poke, which will kill us. Do you still have 2x skull? No, you don't have that anymore. He at one point had 2x skull damage to Death Marked, and I believe this is the only move, so we got to go for it. So we do live. We'll take the skull, but he gives it a lot of purple if I do. It's not going to be max, though, unless he cascades something. Okay. And now we throw that down. He is going to get a single kill. And then another. And now it's only Golden Cog. And we have 0 armor, so it's like we don't even have any ability. It's just a matter of can we get 2 skulls before we die to Death Mark or his ability. Or his 2 damage per turn. Okay, so that cleanses. We have a small chance. I need to keep taking moves that aren't really near skulls. There we go. Oh, oops, I should have taken the yellow. I guess it's not too big a deal. Oh, we got it! We somehow got it! There we go. Well, that was a really weird battle, but yeah. I wouldn't really bother with Cog or Chalice too much anymore. There are a few other teams that you could do just with like a generic Gorgolfa and such. But those are pretty much any team. Almost any team works with basically Gorgolfa, a damage source, a support troop, and then another damage source. Every single team can be built around that, and works really easily. I try staying away from those the more I can. You could try an honor lead. You can go, yeah, honor into Apothecary is insane for gaining armor on anything, if you want to go down that route. And you keep throwing it on green, so it would work for anything. Or you could throw it on green, or you could throw it on blue, either or. And that feeds into Apothecary, and then that will also feed into anything else, like Rowan, into Guard's Avatar, into anything that you want to use it with. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading 2 times Fire Bombs. I think that would be a little bit too overkill for that kind of team. At least in normal PvP battles. In Explorer, that would be fine, but in Explorer, you wouldn't really even need a cog. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. We will be going over the event as soon as it comes out, so I'll have that video as soon as I possibly can, later this morning / tonight. But yeah, we'll have that out. It's nothing really too special this event, but maybe we'll get something interesting in Soulforge or something. New Kingdom might be coming this Friday. Supposedly to every spoiler thread, we are getting a new kingdom this Friday. So if so, we'll be doing the key openings and everything for that, and going over all 8 new troops. And then it's going to get another 2, I believe, 2 weeks after. Not the following Monday, but the Monday after that. We should be getting 2 coming in with that. And they're going to be related to the new patch as well. Not the new kingdom, but the 2 new troops that come in from the new kingdom later on during a later event. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have had a good weekend. I will see you all tomorrow. And have a wonderful week, everyone. Goodbye. And have a good night.